welcome back. This is a practice session for you mainly on control statement, that is if else, nested if, and a ladder if. So here we'll practice how to write, we will look how to write a program to find whether a entered year is a leap year or not. So before we write a program, what exactly is leap year? Leap year is something when a year contains 366 days instead of 365 days. Clear? This will happen only once in a 4 years. A year will contain 366 days once in every 4 years, and this is called as leap year. And how do we write the logic for this? Here the logic is, we have two types of logic, that is for a century year and for a non-century year. Take an example of any century year, and the best century year is 2000, right? So 2000 is a century year. Now, how can I tell that 2000 is a leap year? There are two conditions, right? This century year must be divisible by 400. Clear? What is the first condition? This must be divisible by 400. Clear? This is the first condition. This is for a century year, right? For a century year, a year must be divisible by 400. Then it is a century. Then it is a century leap year. When it is a non-century leap year, then what is the condition? Whatever year you have taken, for example, 2020 is a non-century year. Clear? When the year, this year must be divisible by 4. Clear? It must be divisible by 4, and the year must not be divisible by 100. Clear? The first condition is, the first condition for a non-century leap year is year must be divisible by 4, and the second condition is this must be divisible by 4, means the remainder should remain 0. Clear? And to fetch the remainder, what is the operator we are using? We use modulus operator. So I have used modulus operator here, right? So for a century year, so to find for a century leap year, the condition is the year must be divisible by 400, means the remainder should retain 0. Clear? And for non-century leap year, there are two conditions. The first condition is the year must be divisible by 4. Clear? And the second condition is when the year should not be divisible by 100. Here we are using the operator not equal to 0, right? So these are the two conditions. So what is a leap year? Which contains 366 days, and we have a separate conditions. We have a separate logic for century and non-century leap year. Now let us write a program for this. Let's use a scanner class so that we can take the let's make use of a scanner class so that we can take the input from the user, right? So we will import the scanner class. Import java dot util dot scanner, right? Now create an object scanner it's equal to new scanner prompt the user to enter the year. Clear? Now I have to declare it. C dot next int. Clear? Hope it is. Now I will write a program for this. So what is my first condition? I have to check for a century year. If year mod 400 is, if a year divisible by 400, then it is a century leap year. This is for a century leap year. If it is for a non-century leap year, I'll be checking the other condition. Why I have used double braces? Because the first condition will check for a century year. Similarly, the second condition will check for a non-century year. And here I will be making use of logical OR. Clear? Now, for a non-century leap year, the year must be the year must be divisible by 4, which means double equal to 0. And it must not be divisible by 100. Whatever year you are entering, it must not be divisible. So I am making use of modulus remainder operator and not equal to 0. Clear? Year divisible by 100 is not equal to 0. Now close this. Now print the appropriate statement. So if you want to print the year as well, you will write as year space plus the printing statement. Plus will differentiate from the statement you want to print and the statement which is available in the console. Clear? So plus is important whenever you are trying to print whatever is there in the program as well. Clear? Is a leap year. This is for else. If it is not a leap year, then I'll create a else statement. Why spelling is wrong? Correct. So this is our case. Now check it. The first condition is for a century year, and the second condition what I made is now for a non-century year. Now let us run this. Now it is asking for the input from the user. I would give a century year. Example is 2000. Now enter the year which is getting printed, and along with this, even this is a century year which got printed. Like if you want to differentiate it, clear. This is one of the example for if else using leap year. Correct. Now let's move on to second example, that is create a login password using nested if. If the username and password both are correct, then it will ask then the web page should be displayed. So whatever it is, let me create a new Java idle for this. Oh, I didn't save it in extension. Delete it and create it again. So main function is mandatory for any Java program. So our program is to create a login system using nested if. If username and password both are correct, then it will ask, then the web page should be displayed. Let's import scanner. Correct. Now string username equals to, what is the method for it? It is sc dot next. Now I am taking the user details from scanner, right? Now what I'll do, I have to check if username and password both are correct. The first criteria would be username. Since I'm an admin, so I'll be making use of admin. Whatever username I am entering, that must be equal to admin, right? So here if username equals, Equals is a Java built-in method which will which will compare whether the entered value has is equal to the value like which is present. Clear? If it equals admin, then user will check for the password. This is with respect to username, right? Now if whatever password you are entering must be equal to, this is your one of the password, right? So if username equals admin, then I'll move into second case. That is if password equals the password like whatever I have entered, then what is the next case like it would get printed? It would print as login successful, right? Else, if password here, it will not provide as invalid login because the password is wrong. If the password is wrong, then I would print as incorrect password. Clear? Now what happens if the username itself is wrong? Then not allowed to log in. Clear? So hope you understood this concept. So here like we are defining the nested if for a program where username and password both needs to be entered. So it checks if username equals admin. So if it is equals, then it will check for a password. If password equals this, then it will print login successful, else incorrect password, because this is mainly checking for a password. But the outer if whatever you have is checking for a admin. That is the username. If username itself goes wrong, then it will print as wrong username or not allowed to admin, right? Now let's run this. So let me write the username as admin, since like here you have provided as admin. So after admin, it will ask me for a username and a password. The username is admin and password is Java123. Now the username and password have taken and login successful, right? Now let us run it again. Now let me write username as user, not as a admin. I am logging in as a user, and password as Java123. Not allowed to log in because I am not a admin. So it will directly come to the else block and it will skip this block. Since the outer if statement is wrong, so it will skip it and it will move on to the else block. Right? Now let us execute one more time and provide correct username but with the wrong password. So the password I will be providing as Java. So it is showing me as an incorrect password. Clear? So this is about nested if. Right? And next example what you have is, let me check for the third example. Yeah, to find the income tax slab using ladder if. Create. So, clear? Now let us create a main function. So this is our goal, using ladder if or if else if. This looks very simple, right? Let us import scanner package. and let us take the income. So you will type it as enter the income, and now starts our program. Clear? If income is less than 3 lakh, then it is a no tax. Then I would print as no tax. So this is my first if condition. And next if condition is if income is less than 6 lakhs, then 5% tax would be applied. Else if income less than 6 lakhs, right? Yeah, it is income less than 6 lakhs, then it is 5% tax. Clear? Why this is coming? Okay. So the next condition is if income less than 10 lakhs, then it is a 10%. Right? And the final condition is if income is greater, 20% tax when it is greater than 10 lakh. Greater than 10 lakh means we do not require any condition for it. So this would remain as else 20% tax. Clear? So here like initially it will check for the first block. So if the first block is false, I mean the first condition is false, it will move for the second condition. And when there is no income, I mean when income is more than 10 lakhs, then it will directly move on to the else statement, right? Now let us execute it. It is asking me to provide the income. So income initially I would provide as 5 lakhs. Clear? So since it is less than, so since it is less than 6, so since the income is less than 6,000, so it is printing with the else if block which will contain 5% tax. Right? Now let me execute it again and let me enter more income. And now it will print me as a 20% tax since the condition would go false for all the if statement, right? And finally this would get printed. Clear? Hope so the concept of if else, nested if and ladder if has been cleared for you. Hope so the concept of if else, nested if and ladder if is clear for you. So I will be providing a sample program for you to practice. So please practice them and let me know like if you're stuck anywhere or in any of the programs, and let me know your output in the comment as well as let me know your output in the comment. So I hope you would be solving both of these programs. The first program is using ladder if and second program is using nested if, right? So solve both the program and let me know where exactly you're stuck or if you're able to solve it clearly. Till then, take care. Bye bye.